The soldier. Let us begin with the first image on our guide. The soldier. You lie perfectly flat on your back, arms straight at your sides, staring directly at the ceiling. From a purely orthopedic and biomechanical standpoint, this is often heralded as the absolute gold standard for human rest. The reason is simple physics. Gravity. In this position, your body weight is distributed across the largest possible surface area of your mattress. This means there is almost zero localized pressure on your joints or sensitive pressure points. Your head, neck, and spine form a perfectly neutral line, preventing the micro twists that lead to chronic lower back pain and morning stiffness. But the soldier is more than just a skeletal alignment tool. It is a secret weapon for dermatological health. Most people don't realize that sleeping on your side or stomach forces your face into the fibers of your pillow for 8 hours. This constant compression leads to sleep wrinkles and can exacerbate acne by trapping oils and bacteria against your skin. By staying on your back, your skin breathes freely. However, we must address the gravity trap. For those with a tendency to snore, the soldier can be a nightmare. Gravity pulls the tongue and soft palate backward, partially obstructing the airway. This can lead to obstructive sleep apnea, a serious condition where you stop breathing for several seconds, forcing your heart to work harder. To solve this without giving up the soldier, experts suggest placing a medium-firm pillow under your knees. This small elevation relaxes the psoas muscle, tilts the pelvis, and flattens the lumbar spine against the bed, making the position much more sustainable for a full, restorative night's rest. 2. The starfish. Moving to the second image. The starfish. This is essentially the soldier's chaotic cousin. You are still on your back, but your arms are thrown up near your head and your legs are spread wide. While the spinal benefits remain excellent because of the neutral back alignment, the starfish introduces a specific vulnerability: the shoulder complex. When your arms stay raised above shoulder height for hours, you risk compressing the brachial plexus. This is the complex network of nerves that sends signals from your spinal cord to your arms and hands. If you frequently wake up with pins and needles or a complete loss of sensation in your fingers, the starfish is almost certainly the culprit. Furthermore, having your arms up for extended periods puts stress on the delicate tendons of the rotator cuff. Over years, this can lead to chronic inflammation. Psychologically, starfish sleepers are often described as the ideal friends. They are characterized by sleep researchers as being great listeners, highly empathetic, and always willing to offer help, though they rarely seek the spotlight themselves. They value connection and comfort over rigid structure. From a health perspective, if you love this position but suffer from shoulder pain, try placing a very thin pillow under each arm. This supports the weight of the limbs and prevents the shoulder joint from being pulled into an unnatural backward rotation. It allows you to keep the freedom of the starfish without the chronic morning stiffness or nerve damage that often accompanies this wide-reaching pose. The uriner. The third position on our thumbnail is known as the uriner. This is a side-sleeping variation where both arms are stretched out in front of the body, as if reaching for an invisible object. Biomechanically, this is a very stable position that prevents the body from accidentally rolling onto the stomach during deep sleep. However, the outstretched arms create a significant amount of pressure on the radial and ulnar nerves. This often leads to numbness or a dead arm feeling in the morning because the blood flow is restricted by the weight of the torso pressing against the shoulder joint. To fix this, a uriner must ensure their pillow is high enough to bridge the gap between the ear and the shoulder, keeping the neck perfectly level. Psychologically, the uriner is one of the most interesting profiles in sleep science. Research suggests that people who adopt this pose are often complex individuals They are seen as being open to new experiences, but also incredibly cynical and suspicious of change. They take a long time to make up their minds, weighing every possible pro and con. But once a yearner makes a decision, they are notoriously stubborn. They almost never change their minds. Physiologically, this position is excellent for reducing acid reflux, especially if you yearn toward the left side. It keeps the internal organs aligned and allows for smooth digestion. If you are a yearner, consider using a body pillow to support your arms. This prevents the reach from becoming too extreme and saves your shoulders from long-term wear and tear, ensuring you wake up refreshed. The pillow hugger. Now, let us examine the pillow hugger. While many see this as merely a cozy habit, it is actually a brilliant orthopedic intervention. By gripping a pillow against the chest, you prevent the top shoulder from collapsing forward. When that shoulder drops, it pulls the upper spine into a twist and closes off the chest cavity, which can make your breathing more labored and shallow. The pillow hugger keeps the chest open, the lungs expansive, and the rib cage stable. It is especially beneficial for people who suffer from respiratory issues or heavy snoring while side sleeping. Furthermore, most pillow huggers also tuck a portion of the pillow, or a second pillow, between their knees. This is the magic move for hip health. It keeps the pelvic floor neutral and prevents the top leg from pulling the hip joint out of alignment, which is the primary cause of morning hip bursitis. This is why many physical therapists recommend this exact setup for patients recovering from back surgery or chronic sciatica. Psychologically, pillow huggers are often people who value deep emotional connections. They are loyal, nurturing, and place a high priority on the bonds of family and friendship. If you are a side sleeper who wakes up with heavy hips or a sore lower back, try becoming a pillow hugger tonight. It provides the structural scaffolding your body needs to stay in a healthy, linear alignment for 8 hours, ensuring you wake up feeling physically and emotionally supported by your sleep environment. The fetal position. We now move to the most popular sleep position on the planet, the fetal position. Statistics show that over 40% of adults choose to curl up on their side, with their knees pulled toward their chest. This is a deeply instinctive pose that mimics our earliest moments of safety in the womb. From a health standpoint, the fetal position is a powerhouse. It is highly effective at opening the airway, making it the primary recommendation for chronic snores and those with mild sleep apnea. It is also the undisputed gold standard for pregnant women, as it optimizes blood flow to the heart and the developing baby. However, there is a dangerous variation known as the deep curl. This is when a sleeper pulls their knees so high that their chin is forced down against their chest. This extreme C shape creates a massive problem for the diaphragm and the intercostal muscles. When you are curled this tightly, your lungs cannot fully expand. Your breathing becomes shallow and rapid, which prevents your body from shifting into the deep, restorative stages of REM sleep. You might spend 10 hours in bed and still wake up feeling exhausted because your brain was oxygen deprived all night. The fix is simple. Keep the fetal position loose. Your spine should have a gentle, natural curve, not a sharp, aggressive bend. By lengthening the body slightly and placing a firm pillow between the knees, you maintain the psychological comfort of the womb while allowing your respiratory and nervous systems to function at 100% efficiency, leading to a much higher quality of rest. The log. Next, we have the log. This position involves lying on your side with both arms resting straight down along the body. It looks rigid and perhaps a bit uncomfortable, but the log is surprisingly brilliant for the human brain. Recent breakthroughs in neuroscience have identified something called the glymphatic system. Think of it as the brain's waste management system. While you sleep, your brain literally flushes out metabolic waste, including toxic proteins like beta amyloid that are linked to Alzheimer's and other neurodegenerative diseases. Research has shown that side sleeping, specifically the log, is significantly more efficient at this brain-washing process than back or stomach sleeping because of how gravity aids the flow of cerebrospinal fluid. Psychologically, log sleepers are often the social butterflies of the world. They are described as easygoing, trusting, and sometimes even a bit gullible because they assume the best in everyone. They tend to be very popular in their social circles because of their relaxed, unpretentious nature. However, the log has one major physical flaw: the dead arm. Because the weight of the entire upper body is pressing down on the bottom shoulder, blood flow and nerve conduction can be restricted. To prevent this, you must invest in a high-quality, high-loft pillow. The goal is to create a tunnel for the bottom shoulder, so it isn't crushed under your weight. When the neck is supported at the correct height, the shoulder carries less load, allowing you to enjoy the profound, brain-cleansing benefits of the log without losing feeling in your hand or developing chronic neck strain. The free fall. You are lying face down on your stomach, arms usually tucked under the pillow or spread wide. I must be blunt. From a medical and chiropractic perspective, this is the most damaging way to spend your night. When you lie face down, you cannot breathe through your pillow, which means your head must be rotated 90 degrees to the side. Imagine sitting at your desk and holding your neck at a sharp 90-degree angle for 8 hours straight, without moving. You wouldn't do it because it's incredibly painful. Yet that is exactly what free fallers do every single night. This creates massive, chronic strain on the cervical spine and the delicate ligaments of the neck. It leads to tension headaches, pinched nerves, and over time, a permanent loss of the natural curve in your neck. Furthermore, gravity causes the lower back to sag toward the mattress, creating an exaggerated, unnatural arch in the lumbar spine. This strains the spinal ligaments and can lead to herniated discs and chronic sciatica. Psychologically, free fallers are often seen as outgoing and gregarious, but they can be thin-skinned and highly sensitive to criticism. If you absolutely cannot break the habit of stomach sleeping, you must mitigate the damage. Use a paper-thin pillow for your head, or no pillow at all, and place a firm, flat pillow under your pelvis. This lifts your hips, flattens your lower back, and reduces the brutal, crushing angle of your neck, helping you survive the danger zone of sleep without permanent spinal injury.